want to ask about intermittent fasting, part personal, but also for the group. Is I've got friends that have done really well with intermittent fasting. There's a lot of buzz about the fasting. Fasting is even biblical in a sense. What I haven't figured out for a guy my size, I'm about 210 pounds. I run less than 10% body fat. I'm trying to get in 200 to 250 grams of protein per day at my body weight. I haven't figured out a way to get that much protein intake in that limited of a window. And so what are your thoughts initially on intermittent fasting as a whole? And then secondly, for someone like me that hasn't figured out a way to get in that much protein in a short enough window, if I were to take that on.
Intermittent fasting is a good one. It's something that I feel it's not meant for everyone. I don't think there's any type of magic behind it. It's a good gut reset because you're giving your digestion a break during the day, but at the same time, because you're locked into a certain time frame for your eating, it might be hard to fit all your macros in there, like you're saying, trying to get all the protein and stuff in. So this is where I say, let's just say you're on a 16 and 16-8 intermittent fasting window, 16 fasting, eating 8. If you can get all your calories in or all your macros in within that 8-hour period, then maybe try and shorten it a little bit more. Maybe try like an
18-6,
something like that.
Yeah.
I guess what I'm saying is you have to play around with it a little bit. There's no, in fitness, there is no such thing as cookie cutter. It doesn't fit. Like I can write the best program out that might fit me, but it won't fit you. So this is where having a good coach comes into play, but also too, there's a certain level of understanding what you need and how you're feeling, getting in tune with your body, getting in tune with your health. In that eating period, in that little eating window, are you feeling bloated? If you're feeling bloated for the whole time, then there's something wrong. And that's another thing that I still see happening to people is they're trying to pack too much in at one time and their digestion can't handle it, especially as we age. Our hormones change, our metabolism changes a little bit, depending on if we're just starting to get into the healthy lifestyle. If you've been acclimated to fitness your whole life, then as you get older, you won't see much decline because you're acclimated to it. But if you're someone who's been sedentary for a while and now all of a sudden you're trying to really get into it, then there might be some underlying issues. And then this is where I would say get blood work done, see what your markers are. There might be some hormonal deficiencies that need to be addressed that will help you be able to have a more efficient metabolism, a more efficient digestive process. There's just so many variables and everything. For every one question someone asks me, I've got 10 back to you. You know what I mean? It's that nuanced.
Yeah. And it should be, and everyone is individual. Let's, go back to my old career and people would bring up Dave Ramsey for financial stuff. And they go, Josh, what do you think of Dave Ramsey? And I was like, he gives some good advice, broad-based at a 30,000 foot view. And then some people that were reading between the lines would be like, tell us what you really think. And I'm like, all right, listen to him on debt and budget to the best that you can and ignore his advice on investment insurance because he's given it at a 30,000 foot view. And every person we meet with individually has different goals. And so we got to design a financial plan that is designed towards those individual goals for that specific person that's in front of my face. Not a broad-based, everyone should do this, everyone shouldn't do that. And that's what you're speaking to in the fitness realm as well.
And I think this is what you just said is probably one of the biggest issues that as a society, as a whole, we face because everyone thinks that there is just this best approach. There is something that will fit everyone. Or like that one question they ask, they think there's going to be a simple answer to it. And there's just not. There's no simple answer to it. I think nutritionally, like when you talk about nutrition, it's probably one of the more nuanced things you can possibly deal with trying to put a plan together to get in your best shape.